how the hell do you play 2 minutes of NBA basketball over 23 real minutes? Good God. I'm obviously talking about the end to Lakers Warriors, in which there are two reviews that took what seemed to be an hour, but apparently didn't take as long as it actually took. And then the shot clock just malfunctions. They don't have a backup. We got Lawrence Tanter, the PA announcer, saying the shot clock seconds over the loudspeakers to finish that game. And what was an otherwise pretty interesting LeBron versus Steph tilt. How the hell did we get here, Rob?
Look, the review replay system is broken. Chaining them together makes it so much worse. And then really the variable here is the clock issue. Like, that happens in some of these games. It's not the first time we've had a PA announcer have to do the clock address over the loudspeaker, but the way in which it all rolled in together, I get why LeBron is slamming the ball on the floor every time he has the opportunity. And ultimately it led to the anticlimax of when the Lakers finally did get the ball, Steph poked it away and basically ended the game immediately. So all those 23 minutes and the 10 years I aged within them were for naught.
I've been saying for at least 6-7 years now that replay is unnecessary. It serves absolutely nobody to get these calls allegedly perfect. Just breaking up the flow of the game so we could look at dudes in zebra costumes just staring at a monitor, and Mike Breen just tries to fill air and be like, Bad Bunny hasn't left yet. It's like, come on, guys. Like, who are we serving with this? I don't know who's actually being served. And I can hear people saying, oh, it's the gambling people. They want it to be exactly right. I don't think having a toe on the line is going to dramatically alter these freaking betting lines and props and all the stuff that people do. I just don't believe that. And nobody was crying for this before.
No.
We went through decades of great NBA basketball with no replay, and it was just fine. People had great enthusiasm for the game. The athleticism could be on display, and we could just rock and roll. I don't know why we need to do this.
The first one especially wasn't even a challenge. It was the automatically triggered shooter might have a foot on the sideline review on what was an incredible LeBron 3, and I thought a pretty borderline call, like as close as it gets in terms of his heel being on that line. Why there is an automatic trigger for that review, I do not understand. Like, let the refs call that in real time.
Well, this one was different. I think they had a challenge the other way, and then they went back and erased the LeBron 3. So, like, time had elapsed between, I think it was like 17 seconds or something since LeBron made the 3.
Right.
So, actually, a play occurred. Someone, I think, stepped out of bounds. It was challenged, or it was something with Wiggins. And then they went back and erased it. So,
yes.
Yeah. So, actually, I don't understand why they are allowed to even go back that far into the past to do so.
Those plays are subject to review under those circumstances. Like, they can retroactively take away the basket. And it would have happened in a stoppage in play, I believe, even independent of that Wiggins review. So it's like, real what are we doing here territory when we're going back in time to take a 3 off the board in what amounted to crunch time of a really competitive game.
Yeah, I don't think you can get away with taking out review entirely. I think we've gone too far, 1, and 2, and I think I've said this in the past. There's just like, there would be too much consternation and discourse about the calls that get it wrong. See, I think you need something. Like,
last 2 minutes and that's it. That's it.
Well, last 2 minutes, it's allowed or it's not allowed?
Last 2 minutes, you can review stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if the people in C caucus or whatever, first of all, the 3-point thing on the line, have those people in New Jersey be like, yo, actually, that was a 3, and then just add it in throughout the game. Do that.
Yeah, what are those guys doing? Like how are they not just on the ball immediately? There's like 7 people in those rooms.
Their DoorDash was at the front door. They were out there like taking care of it. Don't even worry about it.
The guy couldn't figure out the intercom system, so they had to actually go to the door. Yeah, no, do that. That's cool. And any challenges, all right, you guys can get 1 challenge each coach, last 2 minutes of crunch time, but like a dude's foot being on the line with 6 minutes left in a freaking game, you know how much time that is to actually decide the outcome on the court? I don't get this at all.
And JJ Redick talked about it on the broadcast too. Like, there's a point in these reviews where even as a player, you're like, can we? I don't even care anymore. Can we just move on? And you got that energy from everyone on the floor, from Steve Kerr. Like they were just ready to pick up and play again. And we're in minute 17 of the review cycle.
Also, and here's my thing, where the league office, Silver and them, I feel like are too sensitive to the internet and a specific subset of the internet. No normal NBA fans are complaining about this. The type of person who would actually make us think about this in a public way are people you should be paying absolutely no attention to anyway. So that's why I'm just like, who is this for?
Yeah, I do think if we got rid of all of replay, people would just complain about everything. And then like there would be calls about, oh, the fix is in, yada, yada. Daryl Morey would be giving out book reports every game. Here's my idea to just like split the difference. What if you put a shot clock on the replay reviews? Because right now they can go as long as humanly possible, as long as they need to.
Yeah.
What if you put 24 seconds? As soon as they get to the monitors, you have 24 seconds. If you don't figure it out within that, doesn't matter.
No. Who are you, Amazon? Like, what are you talking about?
It's like
Put
it's
the
like a
warehouse
Top
workers on the
Chef
clock?
challenge. Justin wants like a gamified version for the refs.
Oh, quick fire. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you got to make this freaking, omelet within this amount of time. And then the countdown, and they're like, oh my God. And Justin wants the refs to be mic'd up during it. And they're glancing at the clock. What's the time? And no. Just cut
That'd
down
be
the
good.
amount of times we do this, man.
I'm just thinking like just make it as limited as possible.
Yeah.
Like because they're not going to get rid of it entirely. Let's just diminish the amount of time that they actually have.
Why can't they? They're willing to get rid of things on the fly all the time,
Yeah.
Justin.
That is the thing with Silver these days. I feel like I hear from him every 2 weeks trying to fix this or that. It's just like we actually don't need a hoop idea every week just to fill out content in the NBA.
I mean, this is rich coming from the guy who just tried to change the name of our podcast because we didn't have the requisite number of people for a group chat. Hundreds of episodes in, thousands of episodes in.
I just want to make sure we have it buttoned up. We don't have replay review, so we have to do this on the fly.
I guess.